Okay, I was browsing around Facebook, and I know what you guys are gonna say. Why do you always play the games that you see advertised on Facebook? They're always absolute garbage. And I know, I am a terrible human being. You guys can go ahead and berate me over that fact later. But this one right here actually turned out to not be as terrible as I'd expected it to be. This game is called Dynasty Scrolls. Now, this is a game set within a game, and that is about everything I gathered from the story. Upon beginning the game, you have the option of choosing between either a male and a female avatar. If you choose the male, you play as something called the Brave Fighter, and if you opt to play as the female, you play as a young strategist. So if I am to explain what this game is telling me, it is that males are stupid brutes and females are actually intelligent, much more intelligent than we are. And that probably isn't all that far from the truth. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that and attest to that too. So this game is your traditional RPG. It has a traditional form of progression. You have chapters, you have missions, but interestingly enough, where this game differs from a lot of the games I've played in the past is that the entire story is satire. Like, your characters are not serious by any means. They take nothing seriously. Like, just take a moment here and listen to a few of these scenes that you see in game.
I will hold you so hard, you don't even know.
Cute threats, brah. But what's up with the mouth on your chest?
This skin is super rare.
You must be the mini boss.
What? I'm the real boss.
Comment, like, subscribe, ding that bell.
Like, just people being like, dude, brah, what's up? Like, it is just so confusing to me as someone that has played so many RPGs to have characters that are just talking and engaging with one another in this manner. And honestly, I feel like they did a pretty good job. This is rather amusing to listen to, but at the same time, I feel like it might also get a little bit irritating because there's only so much stupid humor you can take, or at least there's only so much stupid humor that I can take. Now, the game takes place primarily in those instance battles. The combat itself isn't bad, it's what you'd expect. You're lined up on the left and the enemies are lined up on the right. Your characters and the enemies move horizontally across the screen, engaging one another in combat. You have a selection of abilities at the bottom of the screen that you can use once you acquire a level high enough to actually unlock them. Characters are also capable of comboing with one another, which is really cool. The combo animations themselves are actually like completely animated, and that itself is really cool. Very rarely do I see in mobile games the ability to combo with other characters that you've recruited. I'm curious how many of them actually have combos, because the ones that I saw looked so cool. But then outside of that, the combat was pretty much just complete auto, which was a little bit disappointing, as I would have liked to have controlled my character a little bit, or at least utilize my abilities myself, which granted I can click through like the 1 or 2 abilities I had unlocked at the time, but you're essentially just sitting there waiting for that ability to come out of cooldown just to click it. So speaking of the combat, it's not really all that engaging, which is fine. A lot of people just like to auto through battles like this anyway, and I'm sure as you get further through the game, the combat and the battles themselves get much more difficult and require much more attention to be paid to them. Now, if you're into some silly satire, then I feel like this game, Dynasty Scrolls, is probably going to be a nice change of pace. Maybe even if you're not into satire. Maybe if you're just looking for something lighthearted to play through, that might be new. Admittedly, I don't know how the gacha system is. I don't know if it's predatory or not, so I can't really talk about that. But from what I played, it was genuinely quite humorous. The combat looked nice, it was flashy, it was aesthetically appealing, and I don't really have any complaints. This is one of those rare instances, I think, where Facebook advertising has not let me down. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about concerning Dynasty Scrolls today. What do you guys think? Have you tried the game out? Do you want to? Let me know down in the comment section below and let's talk about it. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it.